Good morning. Welcome back to Breakfast Television 721. It's Wednesday, which means it's time for Green Thumb with St. Mary's Nursery and Garden Center. We have Carla joining us, and we want to talk about bulb gardening because this is a great time of year to actually start planting some bulbs.
Yeah, with the cooler temperatures that we have coming up, it's the time that you start thinking about tulips and daffodils and crocus, but we plant them now, but they're going to grow next year.
Because those aren't things that you can plant at that time and then get them at that time, right?
No, tulips they need to be planted a season ahead.
Okay.
They need to go through a chilling process, and it's what we call, it's a fancy word, of vernalization, where they're chilled before they start to grow. So that's why you always see them coming up sometimes in the snow in the spring of the next year. Oh. So they're really kind of cool. But we brought you some samples of things just to show you what they are. Now, can you guess what this is? It looks like an onion.
Yeah.
It looks like a clove. It's actually an allium bulb. And these are allium bulbs. This is very similar. It's going to be planted at this time of year. It's huge. So when you plant this in, this is one of those ones that gardens, people will be walking around their yards and going, first thing in the spring, they go, I see this plant, it's about yay high, and it's got this big purple ball on it.
Oh.
This is what the allium is, okay? But now, take a look at this one.
That's so little.
Okay, because this guy is going to grow about 40 inches tall. This one here is going to go maybe about 12 to 15 inches tall. So back of the border and front of the border. So it gives you a little bit of diversity of where you're placing it when you're doing your landscape design.
You want to think about that, of course, too.
Yep. Now this is kind of funky, fun.
That looks like a ginger root.
Ginger root daffodil.
Oh.
Okay, daffodil. Here's a nice little picture. I was told to hold it still.
Yep.
Okay. So the daffodils at the same time. So that's a little pop of yellow that's in the garden. But then when you start to go, I should say though, daffodils now are starting to range, so you can get white ones. You can get other ones that have sort of orange color tones into it. Then you go into the species of tulips, and there's a whole palette of tulips. Not the ones in the front, guys. Just back in through here, I brought you some packaging. So you can see different heights, different styles, and if I open one, you can shoot the colors. And then if you open them up, they do have a different look to them. They have the papery skin that's on them, and again, it's very similar to what the allium is that's on it, and you're going to be planting them like this, okay? So it gives you a little bit of a variety in the garden. It gives you that first burst of color for the season. So 215.
These ones here, these just scream spring.
Oh, they're like spring. And
see those right away?
Yeah. Oh, Canada. Little, reds and that. And when, even like, who would imagine a purple tulip?
Yeah.
Purples to blues, and even ones that are called parrot feathers, where the sides of the tulips are really ruffled.
So how do you know how many? Like, what will this one bulb grow?
This one bulb will give you one flower.
Oh, one flower per bulb.
Per bulb that's in it. So you want to make sure that when you're planting it, which we're going to tell you how to plant later, is to make sure you have the proper amount to count for the amount of flowers that you want.
Okay, right, and there's special things you need to know before planting, like which way, upside down, this way, sideways. Well, Carla has all those tips and more coming up, and we're also going to preview a fashion show that you have in support of Dreams Take Flight happening on the 20th. All those details coming up, but right now we'll take a break here on BT. Stick with us.
BT's Green Thumb, brought to you by St. Mary's Nursery, every Wednesday morning on Breakfast Television.